While your students are developing essential creative skills, it's important to help them highlight what they are learning. Whether in an interview for a job or in an online profile, being able to describe not just what they studied, but the valued creative skills they developed will serve them well. There are many ways to encourage students to reflect and learn to speak about their own skills in meaningful ways. Here are just a few examples. Model how to speak about essential creative skills by being explicit about how you are developing them in students. Call out essential skills in your rubrics and commentary on student progress. Openly celebrate examples as you see them. Intentionally design opportunities for students to reflect on their work and essential skills. Have them recognize and name their strengths and growth. Role-play interviews where students speak about the development of their essential creative skills. Students can also help each other. Research shows that peer-driven formative feedback builds student confidence and helps educators provide constructive guidance by creating space for confidence-building feedback focused on process and progress, supporting risk-taking, and encouraging students to ask for help from peers or others. Let's hear from educators like you who have made space for student reflection.
To prepare young people to demonstrate what they know and can do, you just have to have them doing it, and doing it a lot, multiple times per year. Give them projects where they can defend, present, engage with community, engage with authentic audiences, and share what they're learning, share the responses to questions that are of interest to them. And the more they're able to do that, the more they're able to do that.
I also think it's important to have a workshop style format where students are encouraged to provide self-evaluations and reflection, where they get peer feedback and evaluation along the way. Of course, teacher input is important, and maybe even a component of an audience feedback for a publicly published project.
There are many ways to help students learn how to reflect on their own creative work. One of the ways I used to use in my classroom was to have students journal on their own work at the end of a big project. I had students fill out their own one-point rubrics and grade themselves before they handed in a project, and even gave them time to redo their projects if they wanted to after such reflection. And I even had students video themselves thinking out loud about their projects, presenting them in a video or in some kind of a PowerPoint presentation, and telling me what they liked, what they thought was strong, and what they thought was weak.
When it comes to teaching creative skills, I'm a huge fan of the peer review process. Getting that positive feedback early on just builds their confidence and enables them to keep trying, keep playing, keep taking risks, and to get right back up when they fail. And it also teaches them critical thinking skills and learning how to give and receive feedback, which, as we all know, is such an essential skill to take with them into that first job.
Can a student notice, discuss, and wonder about specific observations about someone else's creation? And is the student able then to reflect on how they can take this information and improve their own work? So in addition to considering how are we scaffolding out and building skills that students can then layer and then explode for their creativity and use as a launch pad, but how are we creating an environment that fosters creativity and empowers imagination and welcomes creative risk takers in our class?